What's good, YouTube? Stormybman, and I'm back with another video editorial. Before we get started, I'd like to say shout out to the LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community, new media, and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. The title for my editorial this go around is The Game of Thrones. You know, boxing is playing out just like a TV series where you have drama, you have action, you have lulls in the action, you have an overwhelming wealth of dialogue, people going back and forth, talking through social media at no less. And for what it's worth, you have villains, you have heroes, and you have all of those that are tossed up in between. For the sport, we've seen the titles change hands numerous times. We've seen our favorites get pushed by the wayside through upsets, sanctioning bodies, stripping people. I mean, it's just, as Gennady Golovkin would say, a big drama show. So that's why I've called this The Game of Thrones. Who sits on the throne in the end? At this time, it's looking like the sanctioning bodies and promoters, but it should be the fighters. And the only way for the fighters to get to that point is to respect the sport, respect one another, and start facing one another in high quality matches. That would be matches that the fans want to see, fans would pay to see, and those would be matches that would add to their legacies. As we've seen, the big heavyweights, the names in the division, lose their places and positions, lose their titles, come back and regain, but not necessarily come back and regain the respect from the fans. All of this plays out amid drama that the sport will not continue to uphold. This is a fragile foundation that boxing needs to cure. Otherwise, other sports like UFC and Ultimate Fighting will take over. Boxing has to get it back. How do you get it back? Through the respect for yourself and the legacy of the sport. By manning up, forgetting about the dollars. The dollars will be there. People will pay to see quality matches. But the fighters have to have more to fight for than just legacy and money and material and fame and fortune. They have to find goals that are just out of reach, where they can always find something to draw inspiration, motivation, and support from. And those are usually the ones who will look back in the past and see how it was done at one time or another. The history of the sport is rich with stories of how fighters of yore were able to maintain integrity and the respect of the masses. There was a time when a world champion fighter could walk down the street and people would tip their hat and give respect or stand in applause when they entered a venue. You're not seeing that today because right now the eyes are glittered by stardust, okay? The vision is blurred. These guys do not understand that. The coaches and trainers of today, they seem to have fallen off as well, forgetting the simplicities and the nuances of subtle technique that can make the difference between a fighter ending up punchy or a fighter that's going to the emergency room right after a fight. All of this is a part of what has to be acknowledged in the sport, the Game of Thrones. Fighters have a way of impressing people, but the most indelible print that they could leave is when they have laid it on the line and they have garnered the respect of the fans and they have made themselves proud and have something to stand on, look back upon, and show to the next generation of what is to be. What do you think about this? Let's talk about it some more. You can leave comments. Let me know what your thoughts are regarding today's Game of Thrones and how can the sport be improved. This is Stormybman. Until the next time we get a chance to speak, peace, stay safe.